Bye. How y'all doing out there? Yes, sir. Oh, James Ralph Bowman here. I finally figured out how to do the Facebook Live. So I'm just seeing what everybody else is doing out there. You know, I ain't got my glasses on, but I hope everybody's doing okay. Let's see how this thing works, and we'll go from there. I dug out one of my fancy coats, so whenever I do, you know, some singing and everything, play piano and guitar and whatever I think I can play in my head, you know. Eileen lets me play around the house sometimes and, you know, do whatever I can, you know, to see how this thing works and see who all logs in here, and you just go from there. I hope everybody's doing okay. I'm outside, as you can tell. I can't get no peace in the house. Blue Mule, Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and made me blue. Blue Mule, Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and made me blue. Anybody out there? I think I know how this thing works now. Kind of got one of these gold suit masters. You know, whenever I used to manage old Hulk Hogan, and kind of like a classy Freddie Blassie. There you go. Right there, yes sir. Old classy Freddie Blassie. Everybody okay? Everything's all right with me. And thank God the Greyhound, she's gone, gone, gone. Thank God the Greyhound, she's gone. Oh, George Jones. The Piazza. Bye. Yes, sir. I'm kind of trying to get used to this old Facebook stuff. And well, anyway, my name is James Ralph Bowman. They call me Goat Head around here because, you know, because I laugh like a goat, you know. Yeah, I think it's funny as hell. Bye. Yep, Goat Head. I grew up in McKeownsville, Tennessee. That's a little part of Jackson County. My old stomping grounds. I remember my one of the old boys I used to hang around with, and Joe Loftus. The McCornsville was his stomping ground too, and I think I can't remember. It's been so long, you know. Oh yeah, old McCornsville. That's my old stomping grounds. And like I said, it's a little piece of Jackson County when you get out of you know, kind of the heart of Gainesboro. So anytime you go into Gainesboro, you pretty well pass McCornsville, and it's the new Anderson Funeral Home right there on the right. And I used to mill. I still do, but the old funeral home, Anderson Funeral Home, old Robert and Mark, he helps me mow the yards, and I make a little money. Yeah, so it says 1 with an eyeball up there, and it says a star, 0, and custom. It says I'm live, so I think somebody's watching me. So let me know who you are, and we'll go from there. You can always, I think you can rewind this and watch it from the beginning. It's not like a VCR or anything, but I'm doing okay. I'm outside with the dogs and the cats and trying to get some peace from being in the house all day. And Eileen, she's watching her TV in there. And I told her, I said, hell, I gotta go outside and get some air. So I was gonna clean my truck today, and I got a Dodge Ram, red. Yeah. I see somebody's watching me. Let me know who you are. I'd like to speak to you. Bye. And I kind of go, Classy Freddie Blassie. There you go. Classy Freddie Blassie. He used to manage Hulk Hogan back in his day. Back when Hogan was getting popular. Well, yeah. Like I said, I was going to clean my truck, but I never got around to it. And I got an old Dodge Ram. It's one of my favorite vehicles ever owned. I got a van, a Mark V van, and you pretty well live out of it. I got a 98 Chrysler. It's a New Yorker, white. So, I think I might have to feed the dogs later and see what old Samson and old cat's doing. I just cracked myself up over yours. Let me know who you are. I'd like to speak to you. Hold on a minute. You ever tried this old knee-high? Old knee-high peach drink. I love a peach drink. My favorite, though, you can't go wrong with that grape. You know, I chase that grape. I get them 12 packs of Kilks and leave them in the back of the truck. And sometimes the boys will help themselves, you know. I see somebody's watching. Let me, hold on there. Let's see. Sylvia Quills. My name's James Ralph Bowman. Actually I still am, live in Gainesboro. I'm, Mark Bowman's foster dad. So, I'm outside doing some, talking on, I guess what you call Facebook Live. And looking like Classy Freddie Blassie. Bye. Yeah. I love old peach drink still. Hold on a minute. Woo! I love it. I was gonna get me some grape drinks, but I didn't, you know. Bye. Oh, Sylvia says, hey, James, how you doing there, Sylvia? Oh, Mark Bowman, he's in the house, you know. Well, what is today? Let's see, Thursday. I think he's trying to watch SmackDown, something wrestling, you know. So, pretty much any time he wants to watch wrestling, and Ellie won't let him, and, I mean, he's crazy about that Ric Flair. I can't blame him, you know. Ric Flair comes out all fancy, kind of like what I am today, or should I say tonight. And when Eileen, that's my wife, when she don't want him to watch wrestling, she'll make up something so he can't watch wrestling, and I'll be like, hey, Mark, come here. I tell you what, I know it might sound a little weird, but you know, if you want to watch wrestling, I'm going to let you scrub my feet and massage my feet. That way you can I'll turn the wrestling on, and Ellie won't be able to say nothing. And the last time we done that, we saw, I think, let's see here. There's some big old dude like a football head or something, you know, or Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar or something like that. I think I know he's going against Hulk Hogan. Old Brock Lesnar, he beat the totally crap out of Hulk Hogan. I don't know where he done it. He beat him up, picked him up on his shoulders, and just slammed him to the ground, you know. And the old Hulk Hogan's all bleeding and everything. He's all busted up, and he's laying there after Brock Lesnar got the 3 count. And old Brock Lesnar reached down there and wiped some of Hulk Hogan's blood on his hand and rubbed it across his chest. I'm like, that's some personal stuff right there, you know. I was like, where the hell is all this going? And it kind of made Mark upset, and because old Mark likes Hulk Hogan too, and I don't know. That's one time I did watch wrestling with him. I remember the Honky Tonk Man. The Honky Tonk Man come out with a guitar and you know, doing kind of like Elvis, moving around here, and you know, he had long sideburns and his hair slicked back, kind of like what I got, you know, my hair slicked back. I ain't got my glasses. I don't really need my glasses, but I think I'm seeing some comments here, and you should have a lot of bling. Nah, I got it in the house. Yeah, I got bling. I got bling, Miss Quells. We got old Jimmy DeVille. Let's see here. Are you Robert DeVille's brother? You know, legendary actor. I mean, that's a pretty cool name right there. My name's James Ralph Bowman. I'm Mark Bowman's foster dad, and I'm just out here outside and see what everybody's doing. I'm trying to get used to this Facebook stuff, and I got my peach drink. You can't go wrong with peach drink. You can't go wrong with grape either, or orange. I don't really care for strawberry. But excuse me there. Excuse me. Whew. Sure does taste good. I'm doing good. I'm trying to see it without my glasses here. The only time they say if you ever need to wear your glasses, to wear them when you're trying to read, but I can pretty well see what y'all are saying. They want me to wear glasses when I'm driving. The hell, I ain't driving right now, anyway. I wish y'all could see me in daylight. I might do another live in the daylight, and just look on the classic villain, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos of me if I can't get the shit out of my mouth. That's a good one, you know, Bill. So, I tell you what, though. Get on the classic building. You'll see more videos of old James out here. I think he's got Freddy Krueger. That's what it is, Freddy Krueger. It's about Halloween time, and he likes old Freddy Krueger. You know, and I kind of made my debut the other day, and, you know, let him do his thing. But, let's see here. No, don't come out here. Don't come out here. I'm talking on live. Stay in there and Alright. Excuse me. I might just take a little stroll sometime and do a loving in the daytime. That's what I'm trying to do. And you talk about I should have some bling. I got bling in the house. So I can never get away from Eileen. Oh, Eileen, I tell you what, Will. Sometimes I wish I never married that woman. Yeah, but I love her, you know. I remember when I first met her, she's out in a blueberry patch just picking up berries with long blonde hair, slim. And I was married at the time, you know, and I ain't saying this is right, but one thing led to another, and I ended up getting a divorce, and oh, God knows right, you know. I know I didn't do it right, but that's when I met Eileen. Yeah. Yeah, if you can see, Eileen, she got me a wig, you know, 'cause I was thinking about dyeing my hair, but my hair's dyed me is what it is, and Eileen, she went and bought me a wig, and it's one of them that you can comb, and I'm waiting for my hair to actually grow out, is what I'm doing. You know, since it's been the summertime, I kind of keep my hair a little short, you know, 'cause it gets hot, and you know, just kind of let her buy me a wig till my hair grows back out, and like I said, my hair's dyed me, is what it is. And I was born in 1933, so you can kind of guess my age. I think I'll try to do the live videos as much as I can, and let everybody see a part of life. I worked at Nielsen's for 12 years. That's in Gainesboro. But yeah, I appreciate whoever's talking to me. Yeah. Bye. Oh, blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. Thank God and Greyhound, she's gone. You got like old George Jones. On Mark, he's got like autograph of George Jones. Yeah, old George Jones sends Mark stuff in the mail. I think that's pretty cool. Old Mark Bowman, he's so skinny, I'm telling you, so I feel sorry for him sometimes. I try to take him to Burger King whenever he's mowing grass with me. We'd eat around the Anderson Funeral Home, and, you know, with my daughter Joanne, and we mow her yard and some other yards and everything, and old Mark, he tries his best, he does it. You know, I let him do it so he can get away from Eileen. You know, Eileen kind of gives him a hard time. I don't know what her problem is with him. She thinks he's queer is what it is, and he's not queer. You know, he likes a girl in high school, and I think her name's Whitney. And I don't mean to be telling on the boy, but shit if you are. But let's see, who else? Hey, another James Craig Reese. How you doing? My name's James Ralph Bowman. I'm Mark Bowman's foster dad. You know, kind of standing here looking like classy Freddie Blassie there. Bye. Holding my peach drink. I might take another little swig and put it down. Hold on, yeah. I don't really need this cane. Sometimes I wear this, or not wear the cane, wear it upside Earl's head is what I do. I can't stand that Earl. He's all the time stealing around here, and, you know, Eileen, he's always up Eileen's ass, and, but anyway, I don't really need this cane. sometimes I do it because my feet hurt and my ankles and my knees. Like I said, I'm 68 years old, and hold on now. I got old Pete's drink everywhere. Hold on. I'll try to do that, Miss Quells, and she says, shank it. Yep. They call me goat head because, I laugh like a goat. And, old Mark, sometimes he makes fun of me, and sometimes I think it's funny, and other times it just pisses me off because, I have to deal with Eileen. But old Robert, he's the oldest one of the boys, and we've got Robert, Mark, Justin, Yarl, and Carlos. I don't think Carlos is going to be here much longer. Eileen took him to the store to get some clothes for school, and I don't think he's going to stay, though. I think he might be taken somewhere else to another foster home. He's a very meek child. He's calm. More than I can say about Earl. I can't stand Earl. Like I said, he's all the time stealing. Sometimes I get on to him and I can't stand him. I wish he'd just get the hell up out of here. That's all it is. I just want him to get the hell out of here. He's all the time up Eileen's ass. He's snitching, telling on everybody, everything. Justin, he's very mischievous. Anybody knows mischievous. And old Mark, he's like I said, sometimes I feel sorry for him. I try to take him out to eat, or when he mows yards for me, I take him to Burger King, and we sit there, and I buy him a meal, and I love them Whopper value meals. And the other time we went to Burger King, I put one of them little crowns on his head, and he didn't know what to think. He was kind of a little embarrassed. But Robert, he mows all the time with me. He's the one of them that takes the big mower and mows these yards for me, and sometimes I weed eat. A lot of times I have Mark to just push a push me over, and sometimes he weed eats. He's a good boy. Yeah. But he's so skinny. I feel sorry for him. Eileen needs to feed these boys. I'm telling you, she tells them that you ain't gonna get nothing if you don't do this and this and this, and they come home from school and they clean the room. And a lot of times they need to clean the room, And so one time they just came home and cleaned the room, done everything they were supposed to do, and sat there in their room, because it used to be my garage for my cars, and I ended up making the boys' room. That's what it was. And for some reason they still got each other. I don't know how it went, or I know how it went, but I don't know why it went that way. But Eileen got on to him, said they ain't gonna get nothing to eat and everything, and these peanut butter sandwiches and these box of wheat thins and ramen noodles. That's all these boys get half the time. And I'm like, these boys need to eat, Eileen. They need to eat. You need to give him a 3-course meal. Hell, I can't even get a 3-course meal, though. If I want anything, if I want to cook okra or something, I'll do it. But Eileen don't want to be reaching in the refrigerator, and I can understand that. Sometimes I let old Mark pick out something in the refrigerator, because I got one down there in the boys' room, and I don't want him in it. But sometimes I let Mark have something, and, that he's just so hungry. And it's not really stealing whenever he's eating something. He's trying to find something to eat, and Eileen calls it stealing. And I'm like, it ain't stealing, Eileen. They're in the same house as us. But I tell you what, like I said, though, Eileen, she bought me a wig and said next time I go running off after my house, kind of like what I was doing then, she wanted me to look my best. So that's what I'm doing. I'm standing here looking my best. Looking like classy Freddie Blassie. I tell you what. But I hope everybody's doing all right. I appreciate whoever's talking to me. It's just something I want to start doing. Sometimes I'll do it in the daytime, you know. Like I said, go on to Classic Villain and make sure you subscribe to that channel, and you'll see more videos of James Ralph Bowman. I play piano, guitar. I love Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, George Jones, Merle Haggard, Bill Monroe, and the Bluegrass Mules, and Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs, and I like old Marty Stewart too, and Vince Gill. Can't go. I like old Toby Keith too. I ain't as good as I once was, but I was good once as I ever was. I used to be hell on wheels back when I was a younger man. That was a good one. Well, boys and girls, everybody that's going to be seeing this, make sure you follow the Classic Villain and go on YouTube and subscribe to the Classic Villain. You'll see all kinds of videos. I think I've got about 16 videos on there, and just like I said, go and subscribe to the Classic Villain and see more videos of me. Sometime I'm going to start singing and you know, songs I grew up with and I like, and I got old Mark. He likes old Johnny Cash. He's got plenty of tapes, you know. He's got George Jones and Merle Haggard and Charlie Daniels and Tammy Wynette and Loretta Lynn, and the list goes on. He's got a little Conway Twitty in there too, and you know, I think I got him started on that old music, and I love that old bluegrass, and Bill Monroe and the Bluegrass Mules. And let's see here. I'm trying to think of somebody else, and I can't think of it right now. But he likes that old Johnny Cash, and I'll give it to him. You know, he's got good taste in music. You know, I tell you what, both of us, we can get in the truck with Robert. Robert likes that old rap music. He's like Yim and Tupac and DX or something like that. X gonna give it to you or whatever, you know. I don't know what it means. Sometimes I'll catch a few words of Tupac and Yim and talking about this is you own it and don't ever stop. I don't know. There's something about missing your chance to go, you know, or something like that, you know. And you got old Tupac. He's pouring that old gangster stuff out, and it's real gangster. I'm telling you right there. You don't want to mess with him, you know. He's the greatest rapper of all time, they say. But sometimes I'll catch a court trial video on the news talking about old Tupac's got another warrant, and I don't know. I wouldn't want to mess with him. Let's see here. I like that old Vince Gill. I mentioned him earlier. Let's see here. I like that. Like I said, I like old Merle Haggard talking about, are the good times really over for good? I've been rolling downhill like a snowball headed for hell. Yep. Are the good times really over for good? They really are, you know, the way the world's going today. I'm glad that, you know, I was able to get on here and talk and let everybody know what I'm doing. I want to take it outside. I told Eileen, I said, I'm going outside to get some fresh air. And she said, well, if you're going to go talk, make sure you look your best. And I know what you're going to do. And you keep running off at the mouth. You know, make sure you look your best. So I dug out one of my fancy suit masters, and it's gold, you know. It looks good, don't it? Look at that. Look at that. Yep. But yeah, I'm standing here looking like classy Freddie Bradley. You know, he used to manage Hulk Hogan and Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov I think there's others, but he used to wrestle in his day too. He's mean as hell. It's kind of like I like old Jerry Lee Lewis when it comes to music. He's good on that piano, and sometimes Adeline, she'll let me put on a concert, what I call a concert, out in the billiards room and kind of entertain them and kind of entertain myself, Old Adeline's up there at the door facing, just meowing away because she remembers all that good music. Sure, Adeline don't even like music, really. But, it's just, sometimes I'll put on what I call a concert and I'll play piano. If I'm listening to Jerry Lee Lewis, I'll sing with that and everything. And I like old Johnny Cash as well. And George Jones, you can't go wrong with George Jones. And Conway Twitty talk about lay down and softly whisper, it's pretty love yours in your yard. Get back in there. No, you ain't coming out here. I'm talking out here. You interrupt me. But anyway, guys, I like old Conway Twitty. That man never had a hair out of place. He was what a man was supposed to look like. Hell, I was a man, looking like a man was supposed to be looking like too back in my day. Let me tell you something. Between you and me, I was a pimp. I knew how to get them girls. I didn't have a hair out of place either. And sometimes I didn't even smoke, I'd keep a thing of Camels and roll them up in my t-shirt or that kind of wife beaters, but and had a comb in my pocket. Didn't go nowhere without a comb in my pocket. And if I didn't have a comb in my pocket, I carried it in the glove compartment or whatever car I had at that time. And I still got one in the truck. I actually I keep several things in the truck just in case somebody likes to smell it off and need to be put in their place. I accidentally put American flag upside down on the Dodge Ram. I get a lot of negative attention with that, and I can't take it off. I don't know how to get it off and turn it the right way, but at least I put one on each side, and I accidentally put one on, I think it was on the passenger side, and there's an American flag upside down, and I don't know how to fix it. And I was like, well, sometimes the United States could be in distress. And other times it can't be. So, look at it that way. But I hope everybody's doing okay. Like I said, my name is James Ralph Bowman. Make sure you follow The Classic Villain and go on YouTube and subscribe to The Classic Villain. That'd be very well appreciated. You see more videos of old James Ralph Bowman here. Like I said, I'm 68 years old. Grew up in McEwensville, Tennessee. It's a little piece of Jackson County. And I want to get on here and talk to people and see how this Facebook thing worked and looking my best, looking the way only a man should look, Kind of like what old Ric Flair used to say, or still says, it don't get any better than this. Styling and profiling. Looking only as I can look. And that's the best. To be the man, you gotta beat the man. And you gotta give him that, woo! Yeah. So, I hope everybody's doing okay. I know I am. I'm gonna end up having to go feed the dogs and the cats, make sure they're doing okay, and I hope Samson's doing okay. He's not been walking very good on one paw, and I think it's got arthritis is what it is. I know exactly what all arthritis feels like. That's why, I've been walking on the cane for a little bit. I kind of made my debut with the cane and everything because my knees and my feet hurt, and they kind of lock up sometimes, and I'm like, I just have to walk on the cane and let them see. Sorry that I didn't get to look my best to debut. But it's on the Classic Villain on YouTube. Make sure you go and watch them. They got hundreds of views, as it says, and several likes. I appreciate that. A few comments and everything. But last night I done a video and about the glasses that I wear, and I just figured, since it's talking about it on TV, I figured I'd just go ahead and record about 30 or 40 seconds of it and post it. So that's what I did. And anyway, I'm trying not to have the hair out of place. I'm trying to let my real hair go back out, and I was going to dye it, but my hair's dyed me is what it is. And now Aileen's went and bought me a wig, and until my hair goes back out, I'll put this wig, or I'll keep this wig on until my hair goes back out. So I kind of keep it short whenever it's summertime, and it's starting to get cool at night, and I hate winter. The older you get, the more people don't like winter, and I can't stand to be cold. Old Mark, he can't stand to be cold either, and Robert, he don't really care. And I kind of wish we'd keep Earl outside and let him freeze. I can't stand that Earl. And old Justin, he's all the time arguing with Mark, and sometimes old Earl, he picks on the boys and thinks that since he's been there longer, he can do whatever he wants to. But I told him all before, I said, this is my house. I help pay for it. And you're not going to run over me. If you want to play cock of the walk, we'll play cock of the walk. But I ain't putting up with it. I tell you what, I wish they'd just get on out of here. Hey, Doc, I can't stand that bill. Y'all the time. She said, Miss Kells, let's see, have a good night, take care. Well, you have a good night too, ma'am, and I hope you're doing all right, and I appreciate you watching. Old James Ralph Bowman here. Well, I've got a lot of things planned. I'm going to do some singing and probably go on a trip. Sometimes we go, out of state to some park or something. The last time we went to Nashville Shores, and I thought, and I had Euro in there, and I thought it was in my Mark 5 van, like I said, you can live out of it pretty much, and he laying right there in the floor, and where the bill was trying to sit in the very back of the seat, and they ain't had nowhere to put their feet, so I told him, I said, put the feet on his back. If he's gonna lay there, you gotta be comfortable, boys, and I tell you what, and I want him to say something. That's what I said. I want him to say something. I'll put his ass out on the road. I'll put Eileen out on the road too if she takes up for him. And I said, since you want to lay there, go ahead and let them boys put their feet on your back and see how long you stay there. Let me tell you, he stood there, he stayed there until the time we got to Nashville Shores, and we had our fun. He done the same shit whenever we got back in the damn van, I'm telling you. I said, you gonna let these boys be comfortable back there. They ain't doing what you're doing, so you ain't gonna do what you're doing. And old Blake, that's my grandson, he was so miserable. He wanting to sleep too, and he's having to sleep on the cooler and on Eileen's lap, and it's just not comfortable for him. And we had old Jimmy, that's my real son, he was up front, and he's wanting to go with us and make sure, Blake's having a good time and everything. And but anyway, I'll do another live video some other time. I'll do it in the daytime, and probably keep what I have on, and hopefully I won't be walking on the cane. And let y'all see, everything about me. And I'll talk a little more about myself, and let the boys, do whatever they do. They're all the time fighting. So, like I said, I appreciate everybody I'm trying to get used to this Facebook Live stuff, and go on to Classic Villain on YouTube and subscribe. You'll see more videos of me, and sorry if you can't understand me, but I got a certain way I talk, and And anyway, I was old school before there was a word old school. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is right there. But I thank y'all for watching. I'll try to come up with something else. And I'll tell everybody y'all said hey, and just let me just go ahead and say hey to everybody, and appreciate everybody that's watching. Make sure you tune in next time. James Ralph Bowman here. They call me Goat Head, because I laugh like a goat, and I can't really help it, but it's funny, you know. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing okay. I'll be back with something. And like I said, thanks to each and every one of y'all out there that's watching me right now. And y'all have a good one, all right? We'll see you later. Yeah.